It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts, MrTechnoSqueek.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Press Start Podcast. This is episode 86, and I am the best on this podcast
Debatable.
ever. It's
Opinions.
bullshit, Dan.
I like how he just says this crap without even like.
Bullshit. Who voted this?
Yeah, seriously,
I
come on.
voted it.
I don't know.
Like, it's all that matters.
Your vote doesn't count anymore.
I am MrTechnoSqueek, and that is Cliva, Quick Freeze 4, and the other guy that we don't really talk about is Nostalgic Dan 1.
What?
Wow. I don't think I like this ganging up on Dan thing. I'm gonna team up with Dan against you.
Tag team.
You always do.
Huh?
You always team up with Dan.
Well, that's because it's fun.
You
Is
got
it
a
not-
tag- Where's your tag team partner?
Yeah.
That's
I
the
got
Grimace.
no. He is he's at McDonald's right now eating cheeseburgers, and they're trying to get him out of the building because they're like closing.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
Oh wait, it's Friday today, so my
Sit down on Friday.
McDonald's is open 24/7 on Friday and Saturday. So yeah, he'll be in there till probably Sunday.
You know, I think they're actually already dead. I haven't seen Ronald McDonald Grimace or the Hamburglar on TV or actually in the store for a long, long time.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy going on.
Maybe they passed and they just never informed us.
That's unfortunate.
I know, right?
Well, that's the end of the Grimace era.
No,
of the
no,
Press
come on.
Podcast.
That was like the
Done.
best era.
We're
best
done.
tag-
No, done. The era of Grimace is done. We
Rock
don't
and
talk
Sock
about him
Connection.
anymore. We don't talk about McDonald's anymore. None of that shit.
Yeah.
Done.
So we're not gonna get our Hell in a Cell match at McDonald's.
Oh my god, I want that.
This is unfortunate.
Why can't we have that?
We'll
I would buy 30 Happy Meals to see that.
just have to have it at Wendy's.
Oh man, Wendy's sucks. I don't like Wendy's.
What?
It's terrible. I haven't eaten there in a long time.
No.
Yes.
McDonald's is horrible.
Well, we have a lot to choose from over here. Like, I'd rather have In-N-Out Burger any day of the week.
Well, yeah, but guess what? I have either Arby's, Sonic, or McDonald's.
Oh, those are some bad choices.
Yeah.
That's
It sucks.
unfortunate. I'm sorry, Techno. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
Yeah. Well, and not in my town, but a place called D's Drive-In. Delicious as hell. It's, a family-owned type restaurant, and they have a burger called a Leroy Burger, and it's 4 patties. I'm like, oh, yes!
It sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen.
Every time I go there.
How come you go to eat at these places that always sound like you're gonna like die once you like finish your meal?
Because...
That's how you know it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that probably is true.
and it's not that expensive.
So guys, how's it going? How about life? How's it?
Life is good.
Yeah,
You know,
working again. Getting that money, getting that cheese.
Getting that cheese.
Yeah. Never heard of that?
he gets paid in cheese.
I've heard of cheese before. I know
No.
what cheese is.
No.
Is it American? Gouda? Mozzarella?
I'm just gonna stop there.
Well, no, you gotta tell me if I guessed it right.
No, that you're wrong.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry you lost your cheese.
I didn't lose any. Of
Well, you're gonna have to play the game if you want to get some cheese back from whatever you lost. Just
I'm confused now.
well, okay, well,
Well, video games, guys. How about that?
video games are fun.
They're a thing, aren't they?
They are a thing. I actually haven't even been playing that much lately. Just
Me
kind
too.
of, I've been busy lately. I got fitted for a tux today.
Man.
Are
Is it a
you
good
getting
tux?
married?
No,
Oh,
actually,
it's finally happened. Yay. Round of applause. Who's your best man? You gotta choose now. Hurry. You only have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
TechnoSqueek.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I'm out of here.
Yes.
Fuck
Screw
this
you, Dan.
podcast. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Dan, you could be the maid of honor if you like.
Fine.
I'll even let you wear the beanie.
Deal.
All right, cool.
Only if the reception's badass.
All right, sweet. All right. No, but no, I got fitted for a tux today because my friend's getting married in May. So he asked me to be one of his groomsmen, so I have to wear a tux.
You're gonna look all spiffy.
Yeah, might as well. Can't really show up there, wearing jeans or all that.
Really?
No, well, you could, but
That ruined my plans.
it wouldn't look good, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been busy, so I haven't really been playing much lately. So
Yeah, same here. I've been busy because I started my final semester of college, which is 4 more months, and I'm done. It's been busy, though.
Really?
Yeah. It's been-
like done with everything.
Yeah, I graduated in May.
Oh, sweet! Congrats, dude.
But I gotta get through the semester, which is ridiculous, so it's been a lot of work. Like, I've had, like, no time to play games. Like, even on the weekends, I'm, like, doing work and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I literally played, like, one game this, like, in the past couple weeks, but...
You know what? I've only played one game too, actually. So
Yeah. I'll make it through.
so Techno, when are you getting married or graduating college?
Well, one, I'm never graduating college,
Whoa.
and two,
He doesn't have enough cheese.
Yeah, tuition's expensive, man. Some mozzarella, got it.
yeah, and getting married, no time soon.
Oh,
Gotta
Amy
believe in
kicked
the
you
heart of
out.
the cards.
Or oh my god.
We should put bets on when Techno's gonna get married.
Actually. Well, speaking of like the heart of the cards, Techno, you know that they've been putting the Yu-Gi-Ohs on DVD now?
Yeah.
Really? Okay, good. Because like I got like season 3 like a couple weeks ago. I was wondering if you knew they were out. It's pretty good. I like the anime. Got me into the card game.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
Karibos. Karibos are
Dude,
pretty...
Karibo is badass. I actually used to have Karibo in my deck, no lie. Like, when I first got into Yu-Gi-Oh, I had a Fiend deck, and it was based around Dark Necrophia. And basically, to like summon this creature out, you had to throw, remove from the game 3 Fiends, and Karibo is actually a Fiend. So Karibo was in my deck.
Good. He should always be in your deck.
No, Karibo is actually a pretty cool card. Like, it's the weakest monster in the game, right? But it has this ability where if your opponent attacks you, you could discard Karibo from your hand to deal no damage from that attack. So it actually is like, it's like a shield. So it's like a free hit. And then once it's in the graveyard, in my Necrophia deck, I can remove Karibo from my graveyard out of the game. And then summon Dark Necrophia if I threw away 2 more Fiends. So it actually worked out really well, so...
No.
Cliva is actually a really good card.
Where's Karibo in your deck, Techno?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
What's in Techno's deck? Need some Karibos.
He's so pissed off at Karibo, he's not even talking.
I'm not a fan.
You're what? Bullshit.
No.
Whoa.
No. Dude, you know I'm all about that blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah, he's not so cool.
I'm all about that Dark Magician girl. I'm not gonna lie.
Magician.
That's the
Oh,
best.
yeah.
That's the best. Do you ever play any of those Yu-Gi-Oh, like, the older games for, like, PlayStation 1 and stuff like that?
Yeah, I actually had that one. I had the one for the Game Boy Color, too.
Yeah.
And, what was it? Yeah, I had the one for the Game Boy Color. That one was, like, a very bad version of the actual card game. It just wasn't really good. PlayStation 1 had, like, nothing to do with the card game, except for, like, the name alone. And then I think the next ones I played were, like, the ones on the GBA. It was called, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards, which, it was kind of like an RPG, and, I don't really remember it all too well, but I didn't get very far in it just because I lost interest in it. But then, they released the Dungeon Dice Monsters game on the Game Boy Advance. That one was actually kind of cool because it played, from what I can remember, it played very much just like the actual Dungeon Dice game from the actual anime. So it was kind of cool. And after that, they started coming out with the Yu-Gi-Ohs on the DS, and that's when they had a story mode, which was kind of like an RPG, where, you know, you meet different people, and you, instead of doing an RPG battle like in Final Fantasy, you actually just played the Yu-Gi-Oh card game to beat them. But then they had the online component, which was like the only reason I bought those games. Dude, to play anywhere, you know, in the world on your DS Yu-Gi-Oh was fucking amazing. The only thing that, like, really pissed me off about that game is that if you were winning and obviously your opponent was losing, they just shut off their DS and you get disconnected, and you don't gain like the, what I think they call them, like, duelist points, and you needed those duelist points to, like, open, like, different virtual packs to up, like, you know, get more cards and stuff. It pissed me off when people would disconnect like that.
Yeah, rage quits.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Quitters.
But yeah, dude, I wish they kept going with the Yu-Gi-Oh games, like on the 3DS. It would be awesome. And because I would buy them, 'cause I bought the ones for the DS like every year. And the only thing out right now that I know of that you could actually play Yu-Gi-Oh online is this website called theduelingnetwork.com, and you literally it's basically it's Yu-Gi-Oh like on, you know, online on the computers, which is actually kind of cool. So I recommend it if you guys are like ever into like Yu-Gi-Oh, go to like duelingnetwork.com. You can make your own deck. You know, you don't have to unlock cards or anything like that. You just set up an account and make whatever deck you want, and you can instantly play a lot of people. I actually tried it out a couple weeks ago. It's kind of cool. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
That's Techno's opinion.
I know, what the fuck, dude.
The only games I had was the PS1 one and Eternal. God, what was it called? Eternal Duelist Soul or something. It was on the GBA, and you like had to go against all the characters in the anime.
Was that one good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played the shit out of it, and like you could, like, the cards have, you know, little code on them, and you can type that code into the game, and it would unlock that card.
Dude, that was the only thing that was really cool about the connection between the card game and the video games is that I think it was like an 8-digit code.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what was that other game that like, wasn't there like another game that let you do that? Like you would buy something physical, and you could like put in something toward like a video game, and it'll unlock something in a video game.
Are you talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh or just a different?
Like a different older thing. I thought that was something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but I swear there was something like that where you could enter a code. Not Yu-Gi-Oh, but something else.
I'm not for sure.
Oh, well, never mind. They
Yu-Gi-Oh.
they came with cards too. Did you ever get the game they came with cards?
No, I didn't.
No? Oh man, yeah, because the Yu-Gi-Oh, I think it was the one for the Xbox, like the original Xbox. It came with a winged dragon of Ra.
Yeah. Nah,
So-
I remember that, and that was actually, I think, exclusive to the Xbox. Because
Yeah.
I don't remember that ever being on another system.
Yeah, the DS ones came with cards too. I think the GBA ones came with cards. I think they all came with cards except for like the original PS1 and Game Boy Color game.
So, how about that news?
News? What do you have?
I don't have a whole lot just because, to be honest, I haven't found anything interesting kind of happening news-wise for me personally for the past month or so. Nothing's really stood out to me. But I do have an announcement of a new limited edition from NIS America, and I guess actually a confirmation date, because originally this game didn't have a official date, but now it does. So it's for a PS Vita game I'm really looking forward to, coming out in, well, confirmed now to be coming out on April 22nd, but is for a game called Demon Gaze, and this is an interesting looking first-person dungeon crawler RPG. It looks very old school, very inspired by stuff like Wizardry and like Etrian Odyssey and stuff like that, so it's that kind of game. And it's actually made by Katakawa Games, which people who know Katakawa, they usually help with a lot of the Suda51 games, so it's kind of interesting because it's got a nice art style and kind of unique art style. It looks really good, but they have a limited edition exclusive to NIS America's online store now available. And it's pretty standard, most of the standard stuff I like. So you get the game, obviously, you get a softcover art book, single disc original soundtrack with a jewel case, and it all comes in this really beautiful box. So you can get that on NIS America's online store for $49.99. And that comes out April 22nd. But knowing these kind of sets, they usually sell out at least a month or 2 months in advance. So I get in your pre-order soon. But it looks good. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
So that's all the news I have. Nothing really too big.
Well, I got a game that's coming out that I'm kind of excited for. March 31st, this game comes out. You guys heard of the game Shovel Knight?
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited for
Oh
this
yeah,
game.
that looks incredible. I've been wanting that ever since they showed it a long time ago.
I played the I don't know if it was a demo, but they were showing it off at PAX East one year, and I was actually with Pete Dorr at the time, and we were checking this game out together. And this game is, I can't wait for this game. It plays a lot like Mega Man, but instead of like it's like platforming like Mega Man, but you don't actually shoot a gun because in this case you have a shovel, and what you do is you defeat enemies with the shovel. You could use the shovel as like a pogo stick, and then another feature in the game is you actually use the shovel to like dig up treasure, and the more treasure you get, you use that treasure to like buy things like I think like armor, stronger shovels, stuff like that. And at PAX East they had like one playable level where you had to fight like I don't know what type of boss, but the boss at the end was like a king, and you had to like pogo stick on top of his head to defeat him because like his front and back were like armored, but only his head was like his weak spot. It was so cool. I can't wait for this game, and it's coming out on all platforms. It's coming out 3DS, Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3. I'm not sure about PS4 or the Xbox One, but I think it's coming out all the ones like that. I think it's Steam too. So,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wicked excited about this game. I can't wait for this thing.
Okay.
I have one more news story, but I'll let Techno go.
Oh, well, if you have one more, go.
No, go ahead,
Okay,
asshole,
okay.
asshole.
Well, I got a couple. And first off, PSN maintenance scheduled for a 6-hour session on January 27th. So, 27th, you won't be able to get on PSN and buy your stuff and whatnot. So, yeah, be aware. Get your, PSN Plus before the 27th if you're wanting to get PS Plus. But that would probably not work because, PSN would be down anyways. So that pretty much makes no sense.
No, I'm so confused. Like, what?
I know,
What's wrong
I'm
with the
sitting here
Xbox
thinking-
Live Marketplace? What? I don't.
Yeah. So, Ultra Street Fighter 4 will be able, you will be able to upload, I'm guessing, replays to YouTube. I'm guessing they have, like, this little option. It's like, oh, hey, would you like to upload this to YouTube? Boom. And, so, if you own some punk and you want to show off, then upload to YouTube.
Oh man, I'm gonna upload all the things because I'll always beat Techno's ass.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I suck at Street Fighter. I just can't play Street Fighter.
No, I love Street Fighter. I can't wait for Ultra Street Fighter 4.
I'm just not good at fighting games in general. They always frustrate me just because I'm so bad at them. Except for Kasumi Ninja on the Atari Jaguar.
Kasumi Ninja.
It's the best game.
No, so, like, that's going to be part of the game, though, is you're going to be able to upload stuff directly to YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've heard that. It makes sense for fighting games. I mean, it's a nice feature to have for, like, kind of all fighting games in general.
Yeah, but isn't that, like, kind of the main selling points of, like, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, that you'll be able to do that for any game?
Yeah, sharing and stuff like that. Well, one of the big ones was live streaming. And then I think the Xbox One has their feature where it randomly saves, like, a chunk of footage, like when you're playing the game. And it'll say game clip recorded or something like that, and you have the option to, like, kind of briefly edit it and upload it to YouTube. But this is kind of, like, done in-game, it sounds like.
Because I know in, like, Street Fighter 4, like, the arcade edition, it, like, saved your, like, your last 10 or 15 matches, and, like, you could rewatch them, save them to your hard drive and stuff, so... I don't know, this makes sense that you'll be able to upload them to YouTube now with the new edition of the game, so...
Yeah. So, I'm a big fan of Resident Evil 4.
Since when?
Like, since the GameCube version.
Dan, did you know about this?
No, I thought he was the biggest fan of Resident Evil Gaiden on the Game
Oh
Boy
my
Color.
god. Are you a fan of that game, Techno?
Yes, I am.
Good.
I have beaten it 4 times in one night.
Good.
Ninja Jake.
I'm glad you like
Evil
Resident Evil
Gaiden?
Gaiden.
Yes.
You are a trooper if you beat Resident Evil Gaiden 4 times in one night.
Wow, you should have been on that Awesome Games Done Quick.
I know, right?
Shit.
Shout out to those guys.
Anyways,
They raised $1 million, which is great.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I think it's for, like, cancer awareness or something. And then they had speed
Yeah.
runs going on for, like, a whole week. It was awesome. But yeah.
so Resident Evil 4 is getting another release for Steam. Now, you people may know that the PC already got a, RE4. But this will be not 30 frames per second like every other edition of RE4, but this will be 60 frames per second, 1080p HD, and, it looks great. They've shown off a few pictures of, comparison to HD textures to the SD textures, and so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna beat it. It's gonna be fun. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I don't understand why they're doing this. It makes no sense.
Yeah, where's my 16-bit version of Resident Evil 4?
No, I'm serious. Like, do we really need like an HD version of Resident Evil 4?
Well,
I do.
with all the HD remasterings going on in gaming for the past couple of years, I guess.
I don't know. Like I've seen some of the comparison shots Techno just mentioned, and it showed it showed an old version of Resident Evil 4, and then it showed the new version, and the only thing I could tell that was different was like a tree. Like you could see the tree more detailed. I'm just like, really? Like,
hey,
you're gonna watch?
Tree's important.
Well, no. Like, my point is, how long are you gonna look at this tree? You're gonna look at it for like 2 seconds as you're walking by the tree. I'm like, the rest of the image didn't look any different from the older version, and I'm just like, it's like this is the comparison image that you're trying to show me. I'm like, dude, I could care less about this tree that looks more HD, and just I don't understand. It's great for people who are excited for it, like Techno is. I'm happy for you guys, but like I just don't understand it. Like, I don't know.
Hey, I stare at trees for like an hour in my game.
No, well, it's not just the tree. It's not just the tree. It's just like it's just like, do you really need an HD remake of this game or a HD upgrade or whatever? It's just, do you really need it? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but you can make the same questions, like, do we need any HD remakes of any games, really? Like, I mean, that's all.
But it
always
depends.
fun.
It depends. Like, look at DuckTales, man. DuckTales was on the original NES, and then they brought it to like the Wii U, the PlayStation, and the Xbox, and that was a huge graphical upgrade for that game. But
That
like
I can
Resident Evil,
understand, but I'm talking more like, do we need like Devil May Cry HD collection or Jack and Daxter HD collection when they just came out like last generation? Like the NES. To go from like DuckTales on the NES to like an HD remake now, that makes perfect sense. But like a game that came out like the console generation before, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I've just never been a big fan of like HD upgrades because I feel like they're quick cash-in.
well, the thing I have to say about that is you bring a Jack and Daxter and Devil May Cry, is those were also like bundle packages. You got all three Jack and Daxters, you got all three Devil May Cries on one disc, or or in one box. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't just one game. This Resident Evil 4 HD thing, this is just one game. You're not gonna get all the old Resident Evils in HD.
So, I'm kind of talking more just about the idea of HD itself. Like, do you really feel like you need to play these games in HD?
Well, no. That's the thing. Remember when Wind Waker was just announced? That was we're gonna make Wind Waker HD. And I was one of the people who says, do we really need Wind Waker in HD? No, you don't. I still think you don't need that game in HD. But I own it. I own the HD version of Wind Waker. I own the original version of Wind Waker. It's just that the only reason because is I actually want all the different Zelda games ever produced. So that's the only reason I bought that game. But I don't know. HD's just they don't make sense to me when it's just one game. Like if it's just one game, it doesn't make sense to me, especially if it was the last generation, like you're saying. But if like Jack and Daxter HD collection, fine, that's great because you're getting 3 additional games for $30. How much is this new Resident Evil HD version gonna be?
20.
See, $20 for 1 game, where Jack and Daxter was $30 for 3 games. Like, I don't know. This is my. I'm not trying to argue, but it's just it makes no sense to do an HD version of 1 game when it really isn't that old.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at too. Is like the idea of HD, like quantity. Once you put quantity in the mix, yeah, you can justify spending more money, but just the idea of games being remastered that didn't come out that long ago is kind of weird to me. Like, if you're upgrading, like, 8-bit games or something, like, oh yeah, totally, that makes sense, but, or like PlayStation 1 too, like, Jesus Christ, like, that makes sense, because a lot of PS1 games look really dated, and to remaster those would make a lot of sense, but...
Like, well, going back to, like, Resident Evil again, like, it's not HD, but they remade Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube. Like, that was fantastic. Like, that, I could see that as being worth it, because you got, no offense, PlayStation 1 graphics nowadays look like shit. And the GameCube remake that they did looked awesome. I can understand that. So, I don't know. I just don't understand this HD version of Resident Evil 4. When Resident Evil 4 is already on, Steam? It's already on Steam?
No.
No? Okay. But it's on the computer, though.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Where's my Resident Evil 5 HD remake?
No.
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 God, no. Fuck
Oh my
that
God.
game.
Dude, you know what I just found? Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard, like, a rumor that they're, like, gonna make Resident Evil 7 soon. Oh
yeah,
my
I heard
God.
that too. I think that might be true, actually. Or
Oh my God.
I heard a thing that's like, Capcom doesn't know what to do with Resident Evil. Like, now they're just like, what do we do with it? Like, we don't know who to market it to anymore, or we don't know who's gonna buy these games anymore.
I'm done. I'm totally... You guys remember when I talked about Resident Evil 6? Resident Evil 6 was so goddamn boring, it killed the series for me. I am not buying any more Resident Evil games. No way. That's why when I heard there was a rumor making Resident Evil 7, I'm like, really? Really? It's like, no, I'm not buying Resident Evil 7. There's no freaking way. Like, the whole series is dead to me.
Yeah, Capcom, I don't think Capcom knows what to do with the series anymore. It's weird. They don't know what to do with a lot of series, it seems like, but yeah. How about that Capcom, guys?
Well, speaking of Capcom, have you guys heard about the new Dead Rising 3?
I think I've heard something about this, but I didn't look into it to see what it was actually about.
Okay, this is... Sorry to butt in, Techno, but this is my last news story. But since we're already talking about Capcom, okay, Dead Rising 3, has this new patch that you need to download to either play online or play the first piece of DLC, which is called Operation Broken Eagle. You need to download this patch to play either one of those things, either online or this new DLC, right? Guess how big this freaking patch is.
It's fucking huge, is it? I remember this now.
I forget how huge it is.
This one patch to fix any issues or ensure compatibility with online players, and like I said, to play the DLC, is 13 gigabytes.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, this is like, am I right in assuming, am I right that like every time you put in a game into your Xbox One, it downloads to your system, and each game is about 40 gigs anyway?
Yeah, I mentioned that because that's one of the big shortfalls, I think, of these newer systems. Is like, oh, they have 500 gigabytes of storage, but you have to mandatory install all your games, which are like 40 gigs on top of like everything else. You're gonna eat up that space quick.
Well, imagine that. Okay, so you have an Xbox One, you have Dead Rising 3, you put in the game, it installs your hard drive, instant 40 gigs of space used up on your thing. Okay, now you want to buy this DLC called Operation Broken Eagle. I don't know how big the DLC is just say, we'll just say it's like 2 to 5 gigs, okay? So you're already using that. But to play the DLC is you need this 13 gigabyte patch. So your 40 gigs goes to 53 gigs plus, like I said, 2 to 5 gigs. So you're already up at like maybe 58 gigs to play this one game. Like, that's insane, dude. And out of 500 gigs you have for your storage space on your Xbox One, that's stupid. I'm sorry, this is completely dumb. And, like, what happens to, like, people in, like, I don't know, like, who have, like, a limited bandwidth issue? Like, what if you have, like, your internet has, like, a 20 gig monthly bandwidth allowance, and you have to download this 13 gig patch for your system? You're already using up more than half of your monthly bandwidth. That just seems insane to me. Like, it's great for people who live in, like, I guess more populated areas that have, like, unlimited bandwidth, but, like, what if you're, like, you know, in the mountains and you have, like, limited bandwidth, like, monthly for downloads?
Yeah, people have download caps and stuff like that, or
Yeah, exactly.
bandwidth caps. I mean, there's some ISP providers have like restrictions or caps that they put on your kind of usage, which would be an issue. But
Yeah, what's gonna happen to those people?
not only that, you have to make sure you have to have a consistent connection, because if it drops and cuts off, then oh boy, you
Yeah,
have to start it over again, which will be annoying or something.
I don't know. This just blew my mind when I heard a 13 gigabyte patch. Like, what? No, patch is like, I think like the
Like
second.
couple megs. It should be like megs, not gigs.
Wasn't like the most patches maybe like somewhere between like 500 megs? Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like,
it
I don't
shouldn't
know.
be that much.
I don't know. I just can't imagine a 13 gigabyte patch. That's fucking insane.
To me, that
Like-
sounds like they're patching something in that should have been in the game in the first place. They just
Yeah.
kind of. I'm assuming they kind of rushed the game out just so it could be it's launch day kind of game. And it was like they meant to have this in there, but they couldn't because they were on restrictions, and they needed to get the game out quick. So now they're trying to patch it back in.
I don't know.
It's weird.
I don't know, the more I hear about this like next generation stuff, I kind of want to opt out. I don't know, like I have my Wii U, and I think I might like just stick with my Wii U. It's like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I'm not totally sold still on the current gen, I guess you could call it. Especially now that it kind of seems like not only do you need these systems, but you also need like an external hard drive just for more space. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Anyways, back to you, Techno. Any more news?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but we were in the middle of talking to Capcom, so I may as well just mention.
Okay, last one. Alienware Steam machines will be upgradable. Now, the company general manager has said that it won't be easy compared to other platforms to upgrade, but Alienware has announced that the new models of its Steam machines hardware will be issued yearly as the company updates internal components and specifications. The Alienware's first Steam machine will launch in September. So, it will be upgradable, but not, I don't know what he means by not easy, because if it's anything like a PC, it should be easy as shit. So, yeah.
So, what's your opinions on the Steam machines, Techno? Because there's, like, it's one of those things, like, there are so many of them. Like, that's the thing that's just overwhelming. It's like, there's, like, more than a dozen Steam machines that have been confirmed. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, how do you know, like, what to buy and, like, what's a good price? And, like, it's overwhelming.
I listened to one of the episodes of All Gen Gamers, and they were talking about it, and I think the minimum price, like the lowest price of a Steam machine will be $500, pretty much the same price as
next gen console, pretty much.
next gen, and then it goes up to infinity.
Yeah, like I've
guess.
seen some like at like $1,000 or something. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
but I really don't know like who their audience is, or like what market they're like targeting, because one, if you have people like me who play on Steam, I already have a computer that I use to play my Steam games. And if you got people that just play consoles, they're not going to buy a Steam box.
Yeah, they'll get a next-gen console, probably.
Yeah.
Instead. I think it's, like, I can kind of see it a little bit from my point of view, because I'm someone who, like, I have Steam and all that, but I have games that I just can't run, you know? Like, there's no way my computer can run, like, I think I have, like, Dead Space 2 and 3 on Steam or something, and, like, Crysis 2, and it's like, there is no fucking way my computer is running these games. I can run, like, Fez and stuff, like, or, like, you know, these indie games and stuff like that, but there's no way I'm running these high-end games. But then, like, if I had a Steam machine, it would kind of be, like, I guess it's a way for those kind of people who don't want to build the PC, and someone like me who, like, I'm not good at the technology stuff. Like, me personally, I wouldn't be able to build a computer, you know? So it's like almost having, like, a pre-built computer just to play, like, you know, some high-end PC games, it kind of seems like. But I still, like, I kind of think that's a really small market, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and you'll be able to, Steam machines have a OS on it called Steam OS. It's I'm not for sure. I would think I would think that if you wanted to, you could put Windows on it or whatever. Steam OS is a Linux based operating system, so it's all based on Linux. So
what do you think about the Steam controller? That's so...
it's weird.
It's weird. It looks like one of those things, like, it looks super weird, but it's like, I won't know how it works until, like, I actually have it in my hands. Because who knows,
like,
it can be, like, amazing, like, oh my god, it's like having an actual controller, but I can play, like, a mouse and keyboard kind of thing.
Well, I know we talked about it before, and there were people, or like developers, that has already, played with it and said it was really good.
Yeah,
so,
I've heard that too. Like, I think I watched someone play Portal with the Steam controller, and they said it was pretty responsive.
Yeah, so, and also I think the Steam boxes are going to just have, like, if you turn it on, it'll open up to big picture mode, Steam has. I think it'll, just go to that first, since, like, I think Steam boxes are just for, TV,
Yeah, they're meant for, like, having a console PC, Yeah. To hook up a controller, like, if it's controller compatible, which they're trying to make a lot of games controller compatible, or if you have the Steam controller.
Yeah, most stuff, or most Steam machines have just, like, two USB ports on the, front of it, where you can either plug in a controller or mouse and keyboard.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see how these kind of work out. When are these supposed to come out, like, these Steam machines?
This one I'm reading, the first Alienware's Steam machine will launch in September.
And I'm assuming a lot of the other ones will probably launch later this year.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if they do seem to, like, actually be profitable and, like, actually picking up some speed, I might get one myself just to put in the living room.
Yeah, because it'd be an easy way to have access to Steam instead of having to kind of hook up a computer or something with an HDMI
like,
cable.
if someone, wants to come over and doesn't want to bring his PC or something, I can be like, oh, you can just use this here in the living room.
Maybe that could be another area for a selling point for people just to have like another outlet to play Steam or to make it easier. It'll be interesting to see how those turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all your news, Techno?
Yep.
Good stuff. So I guess that does it for our news segment.
The time! The time! Who's got the time?
It's question time.
So, gentlemen, do we
Why do you have to be so formal?
Because we are a very gentlemanly podcast. We use proper etiquette. We eat pizza with a fork and a knife, and
I don't know about that.
Yeah, this kind of sounds like a lie.
We drink tea with our pinky out and stuff like that. Using only 2 fingers to grab the cup. And
that is actually very hard to do.
yeah, that was a challenge. Like, think about that. Like a tea cup, and then you're trying to like grab the handle and have your pinky out, and only 2 fingers. It's like, damn.
It's the weight of the cup combined with the weight of the liquid inside, man. Oh my god, it's so hard.
That's some intense stuff. But
I know.
I was wondering if we want to jump into some questions, since I think we finally got some, which is
We have a few questions from listeners since we didn't have any last week.
Yeah,
they kind of jumped in on this one, man. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
that Picto chat was busy this week.
Yeah. Alright, well, our first question is from Jamal, and he says, I finally got a PS3 yesterday, and I need recommendations. Not games that everyone knows to get, more like hidden gems. I already have Mass Effect 2, Resistance, and MotorStorm. No RPGs, Dan, because I won't finish them. Yeah, boo.
Mass Effect 2 is long, and it's kind of like an RPG.
Yeah, that's an RPG.
Yeah, and it's like, how long would you say it is, Clive? I mean, like 20-ish, 25 around there?
Mass Effect?
Yeah, Mass Effect 2.
No, I would say more than that.
Really? I feel like it beat in like 25 hours or something.
I would say somewhere around 30, 35.
Yeah, if you do some of the side quests,
I guess it depends on side quests, yeah, so it depends on how hard you really want to get into it, so, alright, hidden gems, hold on, let me look at
I got one right away.
Splatterhouse.
I got one.
Yeah.
If you like kind of Legend of Zelda, you gotta play 3D Dot Game Heroes on the PS3. And it's exclusive to the PS3 too, and it's fun, it's not too long. Super fun. That's a good one. I'm assuming like this is his first like console, like besides the he just got the PS3. I'm assuming he doesn't have a 360. So I'm assuming I could talk about 360 stuff. Because I buy my multi-platforms on the 360, so I only have like exclusives for the PS3.
Alright, I got one. And this one's actually, you can get at GameStop like less than $10. It's really cheap. Conan. It's like, I originally had this on the 360, but I now own it for the PS3. And basically what this is it's a hack and slash beat 'em up featuring the Conan character. It's very bloody, very gory. You hack and slash your way through all these different levels. You pick up all these different weapons like swords, knives, axes, lances, and you just use them to mass murder all these different NPCs on the throughout the game. And to an added effect, as you play through the game, there are naked women that you could release to gain extra experience points to upgrade your character. So if you're into the hack and slash, bloody, rescuing naked women, I recommend Conan. It might be a little... The controls might not be very well defined, but it actually is a really cool game. I actually did enjoy it. And like I said, I played it on the 360, but I have it for the PS3 now, and it's the two versions are just as good. So I recommend Conan. I think you get it for like maybe $5 to $8 at like GameStop.
Well, I have a racing game recommendation, which a lot of people don't talk about, because they always talk about Gran Turismo, Forza, Need for Speed, but this one's honestly probably one of my favorite games from that kind of era, and that's Grid. It's just Grid, but it's a really high-quality racing game. Like, they have so much kind of variety in race styles. Like, you have, traditional racing, Formula One racing, traditional tracks and also, like, non-conventional tracks, street racing, mountain pass racing, drifting, drift racing. Like, there's everything in this game, and it's just a huge variety. You don't go into it, though, expecting to be able to customize your cars like some of these other games like Need for Speed and all that. It's not so much about kind of customization, but it's more about managing a team, because you hire like teammates who race for you so you can earn money and stuff like that. It's more about just a tried and true kind of racing, and it's just so good, and the gameplay is really spot on. And it's actually, the computer AI is some of the best I've seen in a racing game. So that's really good, and it's super cheap now. So I highly recommend that. It's kind of an overlooked racing game.
I have another one too. Heavenly Sword. Again, it's really cheap. You could probably get it for like less than $10 used at GameStop. And basically what this is, it's basically like a female version of God of War. You're playing as, I think she's in Amazon. But like I said, it's just like God of War, so it's like the hack and slash beat 'em up. You're fighting all these different guys on the field. Very bloody, very gory. But you also get to you play as two different characters. One, the main character, I forget her name right now, but she's the sword swinging hack and slash character. And then the second character is a more, she has a crossbow. She's very quirky. She's very, she's cute, but in like a weird childlike kind of way. And she has a crossbow, and she can't fight close at all. You have to stay your distance. And the way she plays more, the best way to describe her gameplay is more like Metal Gear Solid, where you're like sneaking around, hiding behind things, and then using your crossbow to fire at enemies in the background. But what's great is her controls are actually you can use the motion sensitive thing in the controller. So once you fire an arrow, you actually can tilt the PS3 controller left or right, up and down, to control the arrow, as it flies through the air. So yeah, if you ever see Heavenly Sword, I recommend Heavenly Sword. Good game, especially if you like the God of War stuff.
Yeah.
You have any recommendations, Techno?
Yes, I do. If you didn't hear me first time, Splatterhouse, it's good. I don't care what anyone else says about it, because to me, it's a damn good game. It's good if you're like pissed off at someone and you just want to rip off their neck, and just play that game, and then you can do that in the game. So yeah. And if you like Dynasty Warriors type games, get Dynasty Warrior Gundam 3. Also, if you like Gundam, I mean, it's good. It's fun. And this one is a good one. Shadows of the Dam. It's RE4 on crack.
By Suda51. It's
Yeah.
Which reminds me of a couple other recommendations. If you haven't played Suda51 games, you could check out Lollipop Chainsaw and Killer's Dead. Which Killer's Dead is more like a hack and slash, and Lollipop Chainsaw is like a hack and slash, but it's a little more kind of slow pace.
Colorful.
Yeah, it's super colorful, a little more slow pace, and a little bit, I don't know, it's just a little bit kind of weird how it works, but it's super fun. It's campy. Like, both games are really campy, full of like cliches and stuff like that, and both of them are super colorful. Both of them, particularly Killer's Dead, has just an incredible art style, which is just incredible. Actually, Killer's Dead really kind of reminds me and kind of looks like that new Ninja Gaiden game which is coming out. Yaiba, I think it's called. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like that, the kind of style-wise. Like, they kind of both look similar, but those are enjoyable kind of like quick action games if you just want to kind of campy action experience.
Yeah. That's it, guys, right? Any more recommendations?
You draw. You draw instant artists.
You draw.
Get your you draw on. It's the best. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, the next question is from Strider Freddy. I'm probably late on this, but here my question is more for Cliva because he's into Batman. Techno's into Batman too.
I'm into Batman.
Yeah,
I am into Batman too, Jesus.
Don't lie, you. Techno's also into Batman, so we'll both answer this one. But he asks, are you excited for the new Batman animated movie, Son of Batman? I am really excited because Deathstroke will play a huge role in that movie. He is by far my favorite DC character. Techno, I'll let you go first on this one. What do you think?
And what I've seen of the pictures that's been, I guess, Warner Brothers have shown off. I'm really liking the art style, and it looks to be good. So, yeah, hope it's good.
Let's see. I've seen a few trailers of this, and I gotta say I'm wicked impressed. My only disappointment really so far is Kevin Conroy is not doing the voice of Batman. But what could you say? But I'm actually kind of excited for this one too because I think this is the first animated Robin that will be actually Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne. So like all the past animated Robins were like Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, stuff. So this is the first Damian Wayne that we're gonna get in an actual animated film. So I'm kind of excited. The only thing I'm not really excited is I've never been a fan of Ra's al Ghul or Talia al Ghul. They're cool characters. They're very strong Batman characters. Like they're kind of essential in the Batman lore, but I've never been a fan of those characters. So I'm not really excited for them. But yeah, Deathstroke in the movie, I'm kind of excited for because I've hardly ever seen him in an animated film. The last animated film he was in, I believe, is Flashpoint Paradox, and that was an alternate version of Deathstroke. So it's not the one we know and love. And like the last Deathstroke we actually see is actually in the Arrow TV show on the CW.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see the new Deathstroke because Deathstroke is actually a very badass character. The only other character I know that's very similar to him is Deadshot, and the last thing we seen him in was Batman Gotham Knights. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see Damian Wayne in his first animated film. I'm excited about this new Deathstroke because we hardly see him in any animated stuff except for the two things I've already mentioned. And
Wasn't he in Young Justice?
Was he?
I think he was. During the end of it.
I can't remember. I know he was in Teen Titans, but in that he referred to him as Slade, yeah, which is fine. But I don't know. Was he in Young Justice?
I think he was. But
I don't remember. Because I know in that cartoon it was Sportsmaster. Are you sure it's not Sportsmaster?
Who's that?
Sportsmaster in Young Justice. He was the guy in the hockey mask. He was the
That's probably who I'm thinking about.
Okay, yeah, Sportsmaster was the guy in the hockey mask, and he was one of the villains throughout the entire Young Justice run. He was Artemis's dad.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking.
Okay, yeah, so you're thinking of
I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, Sportsmaster and Deathstroke are totally two different characters, but they're similar in appearance though, which is weird. Yeah, so that's my answer. I'm excited too. So I think this movie actually is coming out after Justice League War, which is the next DC animated movie. It comes out next February I think it's February 4th, actually. So it's like next week or something. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
You bullshit!
Can't wait. I'm all about that Man Bat.
Bullshit.
Man Bat's the best hero.
Man Bat is actually kind of cool, though. I like Man Bat. And you still don't care. You just said Man Bat out of random, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well, our next question is from Jason Hayes, and he says, "Hey guys, my question for you is, since I've been having loads of fun with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, what would your pirate name and the name of your ship be? Army Matey. Army Hearty, I'm sorry. He speaks pirate talk to us. So.
Well, my name would be Vice. Yeah.
Why?
I'm going there.
Why?
Skies of Arcadia.
So you're
It's
ripping off
pirate.
another character?
I can't think of a pirate
You
name.
can't think of a pirate name?
No.
Hold on, we gotta think of you a pirate name. How about Burger Beard?
Okay.
Okay. What's the name of your ship, Techno?
The Long John.
Are you putting any effort into
Dude.
these?
It's so
See?
sexual.
No, I know that was the point.
Long John Silver's. That's the name of your boat. You just go around delivering Long John Silver's to people.
I can't think of a pirate name, but I think I want my ship to be called Speedy Waters. Or Rapid Waters, or something like that. Pirate name? I can't think of a pirate name.
Damn the torpedoes.
That's not a pirate name.
No,
Could be.
that's a boat from Hydro Thunder.
My ship is called Rapid Waters. And it has no torpedoes.
Why not?
Because it's a pirate ship. They don't have that technology yet.
Oh, mine is, because it can fly.
Okay.
It's an airship now, so now it's like Final Fantasy or
So
something.
you're already breaking the laws of his
Yes.
I can't think of a pirate name. I want something stupid like Peg Leg Pete or like One Eye Jack or something. I don't know. But I want something cool. I can't think of one. I can't think of a pirate name, sorry. So, but my ship is called Rapid Waters. Dan, what's the name of your ship?
I have no idea.
What?
I can't think of
some-
anything. I don't know. I don't think
All
they're
right,
pirates.
I'm gonna name your pirate ship. Your pirate ship is, let's see, the Nostalgic Crusader.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay,
See,
cool.
there you go. You're on my ship now.
All right, cool. I'll be your first mate.
Okay, perfect.
All right, sweet. All right. Okay, well, our next question is from Mikey's Monarch. He says, a Press Start podcast anime comes out. Who voice acts each character?
Well, I would voice myself.
I would want Dan to voice me.
I want Techno to voice me because Techno has the best voice. We'll just all switch. We'll play each other.
Shit.
And then for our starring guest, I would want Jack Nicholson to play all the guests. That's my anime show. And I want us all to have like magical like musical powers for some reason. I don't know why. We just need them.
We're like in a band or something, like that's our gimmick, but like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
a band
yeah.
by day, and then we're like crime-solving superheroes by night.
Yeah, kind of like that old Hanna-Barbera cartoon, like Jabberjaw. You guys ever see that show?
Shit.
They were like an underwater band, but then like for some reason they got in these like crazy finasco things, kind of like the Pussycat, Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay.
Our anime is gonna be Josie and the Pussycats.
I'd watch that.
I would
Except
watch
for
this too.
dude.
I'd buy it on Blu-ray, the first season.
All right, that's my ideal anime. That's what I want.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Well, our next person to ask questions is called Nick Knack, and he has 3 questions for us. But he says, "I just saw the recent. He just saw the recent PSP tweet, and I hope I'm not too late. Anyway, the last episode you guys had no questions for you guys, so here I am to the rescue to ask 3 questions if it's okay." It is definitely okay. Thank you very much.
No, it's not.
What? Why are you ratting him out? What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus, like that.
I know, you are such an asshole. Jesus Christ. He asked us 3 questions, you're throwing them down already? Wow. You know what? You don't even get to answer any of these questions.
What? Come on.
You were totally mean to Nick Knack. What the fuck, dude?
He has a question for me, though.
Does he? Well, too bad you
Yeah.
don't get to answer it.
I'll answer it now.
Alright, Dan will answer your question. Alright, well, his first question is, in what 2013 video game did you guys think had the best soundtrack?
I don't know.
Come on, Techno. I'll even let you
I
answer this one.
forget what games I played during 2013.
Do you need us to check your Instagram?
Oh. No, wait. Like, is he saying, like, games that were released in 2013 or the games we played?
He just says, what 2013 video game did you guys think had the best video game? So I think he means games that came out in 2013.
Because I was just going to cheat and say, Tales of Vesperia.
Oh, that's a cop-out answer. I have two answers to this. One is Lollipop Chainsaw. That the music they picked for that game just so fit the game, and it was so catchy. I actually wanted to like buy or download the soundtrack, but I couldn't find one. So I actually looked up every individual song that was in that game, and I had to download each song individually on iTunes. So I actually have the soundtrack now. I had to make it myself. So yeah, I'm going with Lollipop Chainsaw.
That came out last year?
Did it? Yeah, 2013, right?
I thought it was 2012 for some reason.
Alright, if I'm wrong, that's going to ruin my answer.
And, that's a good answer, though, because it's a good soundtrack.
Alright,
I don't know when it came out.
I'm going to look this up, because if I'm wrong, I'm going to cry.
I felt like it came out...
I thought it came out in 2012.
Oh fuck, it did. It came out June 2012.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
Okay,
I feel like
crap.
that
Okay, my answer is Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I recently just played that, and the pirates, when they sang their little pirate shanties, were actually kind of catchy. So, alright, there you go. Now you guys can't yell at me.
Okay. I wasn't going to yell at you anyways, because I love you.
Oh, thanks,
I love
man.
you.
Thanks, man.
I think my answer would be Ni no Kuni. It's just fantastic soundtrack, all done by the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra. It's just really beautiful.
Hold on. I'm looking.
Oh, wait, you don't even get to answer.
Oh, what bullshit.
Your answer is Pong. Pong.
Pong has an amazing soundtrack, but it wasn't released in 2013.
And you know, someone could have made a Pong game this past year. There's like Pong games every year.
It's kind of a loophole, don't you think?
Well, it's there.
Oh, okay.
I am going to say Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate.
Did that have a soundtrack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the soundtrack to that game. I thought it was just like ghostly squeals or something.
Moans and groans.
Yeah, why not? Okay, well, Nick's next question is, do you guys like spicy foods?
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, I do.
Good god. Yes. Yes.
I like mild spicy food. Not like super, super spicy.
I'm all about spicy food.
Alright.
Tons of hot sauces. I usually
Because
eat...
he lives in Arizona.
Why do you have to go like that?
Why do you have to be biased? All people from the West
Seriously?
Coast love hot stuff. How do you know that?
I know.
Every...
That's what I'm saying.
It's hot on the West Coast, so they gotta love hot stuff.
I love your logic when like Dan says something. He's like, "Well, that's because you're from Arizona." You remember the time that you liked rap because you were from Arizona or something?
Yeah.
Because you live near California or something.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess all hip hop and rap comes from the West Coast, which isn't true because a lot of it comes from California and the West Coast, but usually the East Coast as well, New York, and particularly
I know
the Dirty
this.
South, which Techno's by the Dirty South down there in Atlanta and all that. Come on, man. I told you could be the next best rapper from Arkansas. This can happen. We need to make this happen. We need to come up with a rap name for you. It'll be good.
I'm gonna go with Burger Beard.
I'm gonna go with Techno Long John.
Techno Long John. Dude, that could be his pirate name.
That'd be the best. But yeah, I love spicy food.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Next question is. This question is most likely for Techno and Cliva because I know that they would know what I am talking about, and if Dan knows as well, he can answer too. Who is your favorite Sailor Scout of all time? His is Sailor Jupiter. Dan, what is your favorite Sailor Scout?
What's her face? Mars.
Mars? She's kind of a bitch.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
You gotta work for it, man. I don't mind having to work for it.
Does it have to be a Sailor Scout?
It could be a Power Ranger. Okay.
No. Alright, I'm going to answer this thing twice. One Sailor Scout and one non-Sailor Scout. My one favorite non-Sailor Scout is the Moonlight Knight. I like Darien during the Doomtree Saga when he dresses the Moonlight Knight. He dressed like all Arabian. I kind of like that. My favorite Sailor Scout? You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Jupiter as well. I just liked her lightning attack. Techno?
What?
Who's your favorite Sailor
Dude,
Scout?
Tommy from the
It's
Power
all
Rangers.
about Jupiter, man.
He's all about Tommy from the Power
Tommy,
Rangers.
the evil Green Ranger.
Well,
love
green
Tommy.
is one of my favorite colors.
There you go. He loves Tommy from the Power Rangers.
Alright.
We got a confirmation.
Alright, so your favorite one is Jupiter too?
Yes, because
Okay.
she plays video games.
So does Serena.
Well, Serena sucks
Well,
Why
how do
does
you
she
know that?
suck?
because Serena just sucks. She ain't
That's-
cool.
That's dirty.
She doesn't wear green.
That's kinky. Don't go there.
Green is kinky?
I was implying the more sucking thing, but...
But
Oh.
I'm gonna change my answer on the music thing.
Oh, I thought he was changing his answer on spicy food.
No. But I'm gonna. It's kind of a cop out answer, but it was released on 3DS last year. Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons, and Oracle of Ages.
Oh, what a cop-out.
Yeah, that's so cop out.
What a cop-out.
That's cop out. What the fuck?
What a cop-out.
I don't even know why we let you on this podcast anymore.
Yeah, well,
Alright, well there you go. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Sailor Jupiter because she wears green.
Dude,
Eh.
she's hot.
And, okay, well, I'm not turned on by animated women, but,
I am.
okay.
Techno was all about that after last episode discussing Senran Talk.
Yeah, how is that? I actually kind of wanted to ask that. Did any of you guys actually pick up that game you were talking about last week? That butt game?
No, I want it.
No,
It's
I
just
don't. I
out.
didn't have any money, but I will very, very soon since I have my job back.
Okay.
Yay.
I just want to tell listeners right now that, what was that game? What is that game?
Senran
forget
Cognitive
what-
Burst.
Okay. After last podcast that we recorded, these two once we stopped recording, they were going on and on about this game and how these women were like undressing themselves as they did combat. And Techno, you sounded like you were like, oh my
It's
god,
all
you
about
were
it.
drooling all. I just picture you drooling all over your loves.
He's
your
like, I
chair.
need some personal time now. It's like,
I was like, oh my god, this is conversation is so inappropriate. It's not even funny, but it was hilarious as all fuck.
Japan, man, Japan.
Dude.
I also mentioned a couple other games like Akiba Strip 2 and
Yeah.
Galgun.
Yes, this was the conversation last week after the podcast.
Yeah,
You
see, this
two
is the
were going
golden
on.
stuff you miss. You guys miss when we're done.
Yeah. See, I knew we should do a, night.
That could have been a PSP After Dark episode
Yeah, after
discussing
dark.
Japanese anime games like Galgun and Akiba Strip.
Well, I'll let you guys handle that stuff. I don't
got
want
this, right, Techno? Tag team, we do this.
Yeah.
to. All right, go for
I
it.
just gotta download that, MP3 thing, Skype thing.
Quality
Yeah.
stuff.
Dan doesn't send me the good stuff.
No. I don't think you can handle it.
I really can't. All right, well, that's all our questions we have this week. Thank you for everyone who asked them.
Yeah, thanks for giving us questions, actually. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We like
Keep them
questions.
coming. Don't let us down for next week. Or a couple weeks from now.
All right, what do you guys say? You guys want to wrap this up?
No,
Why?
because we haven't talked about games we've been playing recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, Cliva just jumping the gun. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
he
you
just
guys, I want to
wants
end
to-
this shit now.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? I actually did literally forget that whole thing, that whole segment. So,
Yeah. So I'm
Why
gonna let you start off. Clive.
you want me to go first?
Yes. You,
Fine.
you didn't care about it. You didn't
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, like I said, I've only played one game I've played two games, but one game kind of like fully. The first game I played was Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the PS3, and for the most part, it's like any other Assassin's Creed game. But you're in a pirate theme. You get all these. You're in the Caribbean. You go to South Africa, all around. So it's just. It's your typical Assassin's Creed game, and I really enjoy Assassin's Creed. I really do. One thing I really love about this game is like one of your new weapons. I think they're new. Is you get these cool darts. You get a sleep dart and a berserk dart. And as you can tell by the name, sleep puts your enemies to sleep, and the berserk, if you fire it at a person, they go berserk. And these things are actually quite entertaining because if you actually hit somebody with these berserk darts, they go insane and they start attacking like their fellow soldiers and stuff. And it's a great way to like clear, if you're surrounded by enemies, it's a great way to just like clear the room, and it's quite entertaining to watch. Like, Dan, you remember the time you were telling me about Xenoblade? No, what was it? What's that game with the banana gun?
Oh, what do you mean, like throwing bananas or something? Because I mentioned in the last story that you could like throw
Story.
bananas.
That's it. Yeah, last
trip
story.
people.
You had so much fun just throwing bananas on the ground and just watching people slip. This is the fun I had with the berserk darts, because I would just shoot these things at these opponents or the enemies, and they would just go fucking crazy. They would start attacking their fellow man. And it's great because if they win the battle, then that's one less guy you gotta deal with, because if you shot a guy with a berserk dart and then over time, as the counter goes down and reaches 0, they automatically die. So if you're the guy you make berserk is able to kill the other guys before he dies, then you obviously you killed like 2 birds with 1 stone. But these things are just like insanely funny to watch as they kill each other. It's great. But like I said, Assassin's Creed 4, it has a pirates theme. And one of the things pirates do, they go on pirate ships. And this is the one thing that actually kind of like, I found really, well, at first I found this really, really insanely boring. Like, I was just like, oh my god, this is just too boring. I can't finish this game. This is just insanely boring. And that was the fucking sailing. about maybe chapter 3, you gain the ability, or you get your ship, and you have to sail across the ocean to get to like other missions. And like I said, at the beginning of the game, it's insanely boring because you don't have the fast travel, and it's just getting from one place to another just takes way too long. Your ship is really underpowered. You don't have that many cannons. Your defense sucks, and like you would easily die if you come across a more powerful ship. And you know, if they kill you, you get synchronized, and you have to start over. And like it just got to the point where I was like really fucking bored with the sailing, and I'm like, I just can't finish this game, which sucked because I really love Assassin's Creed games. But a couple of people on Facebook told me like, no, give it another try. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. And like I said, I was determined to beat this game. I really wanted to beat this game because it was just simply Assassin's Creed. So I went back and I actually put in a total of like 6 hours. Just 6 hours of just me sailing across the ocean and fighting these different battleships. And the way, and I did this to upgrade my ship, you know, because like I said, I kept getting blasted out of the water. And the more I did this, the more fun I had. And this is where I found it just became a lot more fun, because the way you upgrade your ship is you need 3 different things to upgrade your ship. 1 is you need wood. 2, you need metal. And the last thing you need is money. The way you acquire money in this game is, the best way is just, you can get money by completing missions, but the best way to get money is to plunder or steal either sugar or rum. And as you're sailing throughout the ocean, you come across these different ships. At first, you want to take on the smaller ships because you're not as strong. And as you fire your cannons at these ships, they get to the point where they catch on fire, and you can actually board their ships and plunder them. You steal their stuff. And whatever they have, some ships have wood, some ships have metal, some ships have sugar and rum, or they have a combination of those 4. And like I said, the more I plundered, the more wood, the more metal, the more sugar, the more rum I got. I had a lot of fun because I was upgrading my ship a lot to the point where my ship almost became unstoppable. Like I had something like, I think like 32 cannons on my side, 2 cannons up front. I had these flaming barrels in the back. I had mortar shots up to like 6 shots at a time. My hull was fully upgraded. I added this thing at the beginning, at the front of my ship that gave me the ability to ram other ships, and depending on how badass I made that, it could do maybe half the damage to a ship with 1 ram. I was just like, oh my god, if you upgrade your ship, this thing is insanely powerful. And like I said, once your ship becomes that powerful, it's actually really fun because you can take down giant man of wars. So like I said, the more you play the sailing, the more you upgrade your ship, it gets more fun. And the sailing actually became a lot more fun than the actual hiding behind haystacks or creeping around or actually doing the assassination mission. So it's weird. It's just like the one thing that I truly hated about this game with a passion became the one thing that actually saved this game in the end. I still think the original Ezio trilogy is probably the best in the Assassin's Creed line, but Assassin's Creed 4, it's up there. It's really good. And I bought the game brand new, and it came with this DLC code for this 3 extra missions. You play as the character from Assassin's Creed Liberation. I forget her name right now. I think it's like Aveline or something. But I think if you get the game new, you get this free code to download. 3 missions from her. It's only about like an hour gameplay, but that was actually kind of fun. So, yeah, I played that, and then the second game I played, I only put about 3 hours into it so far, so I don't really have that much of an opinion so far, is Ys Memories of Salsetta for the Vita, and so far I like it. I don't know what to say about it so far because I only put 3 hours into it. But I like it so far. I think it's really cool. It has these things where he lost his memory, and as you go through the gameplay, you find these. I guess they're like little blue orbs, and you touch them, and you gain some of Adol's memory. And for each one you find, you get like maybe plus 10 health or plus 1 defense, plus 1 strength, and it's kind of cool. I don't really understand the combat fully. Really, I'm kind of just going around, just pressing the X button, swinging my sword rapidly, and it seems to be working. But you do require different skills in the game, where if you hold down the R button and hit whatever button you assigned your skills to, he does different skills, and the more you do that, you get these like orange orbs that fill up this little gauge, and once your gauge fills, you kind of like do this badass super ultra attack. An attack that is like a heavy amount of damage, but I don't know. Like so far, I like it so far. But like I said, I only put about 3 hours into the game, so probably like tomorrow I'm gonna probably play the thing hardcore. So maybe next week I'll have a better opinion about the game. But so far it's good, and that's basically all I played.
I'll go real quick because kind of like you, I haven't played too much because I've been really busy. But this one, I was looking for a good game to play because I knew I'm gonna be pretty busy, to be honest, for the next couple months. I don't know how many games I'll be playing, or I have games pre-ordered. I don't even know if I'll wind up playing them right away. But I was looking for a nice game to kind of keep me occupied, something fun. So I've been wanting to play this game for a while, and it was super cheap, like $5 for a brand new copy. But I picked up Borderlands 2, and I've been playing that avidly. Like I pretty much played that like all last weekend. And if you don't know Borderlands, it's kind of like a hybrid between a first-person shooter with a lot of RPG elements to it, and that's what I like about it. For one, it's got a fantastic art style. It's got like this kind of cel-shaded art style going on. The guns, the gameplay mechanics are really great, but it has a lot of RPG elements like leveling up. You can really, spec your characters the way you want to. There's tons of skills to learn. You get like skill points every time you level up, and you can kind of choose how to kind of design your character and what abilities. And there's different classes to choose from too. And different classes are better at certain things and have different skills and stuff like that. But it's all about looting too, so there's a huge emphasis on like loot collecting and getting drop loots and rare items and uncommon items and stuff like that. And I love collecting loot in like any RPG. Like I'm a big sucker for loot drops and stuff like that. And anyone who's played Borderlands knows that like everything drops loot, like characters, or you break stuff, you get loot, and it's like loot everywhere. And they have these interesting like kind of vending machines where you buy all your stuff from, and then they have like items of the day where there'll be a new item every like kind of half an hour, I think it is, but there'll be a new item you can get from these vending machines, which range from like different rarities and just more uncommon stuff. But it's mainly designed where you go through these different areas and you kind of do like the main story quest missions to kind of progress the story. But there's a ton of side quest missions. Like there's a ridiculous amount of side quest missions. So like there's a lot. Like it's a long game, But I'm trying to stay more focused on the kind of story missions right now, which I'm just really enjoying. But I enjoy it to the point where I'm probably gonna, after I beat the main kind of story, I'm going to go back and do all the side stories because they're really interesting. There's a lot of humor too. The kind of world design is fantastic. I think the characters are really unique, and Claptrap's hilarious, but it's just really fantastic. If you like first-person shooters and RPGs, this is a kind of beautiful hybrid between it. And you can also, huge emphasis on like co-op, so co-op play, and you can play with up to 4 players, including yourself. So very, very enjoyable. I actually really like Borderlands a lot. I'm playing as a siren, and she's the character who has the ability to kind of put you in this little orb, I guess you could say, and it kind of traps the enemies in these orbs, which is pretty cool because it kind of suspends them in air, and you can just kind of go at them. It's a really helpful ability. I kind of prefer, because they have different types of guns like pistols, submachine guns, machine guns, rocket launchers, sniper rifles. So you kind of have those weapons to choose from. I prefer using like a pistol with like a submachine gun right now, but it all depends on like the kind of weapons you get. I mean, if you get really good weapons, you'll want to use those, but it's so good. I like it a lot. I never played a Borderlands game before, too, so I figured I'd start with the second one because I heard it was really good. And I agree. So that is it, pretty much. I played a little bit of Peggle on the Xbox Live Arcade.
Yes!
Because I was bored after playing Borderlands for a little bit. I was like, I'm going to play some Peggle now. It's just like random levels. It's fun. I like Peggle. But that's pretty much it. So Techno.
Did you get... What'd you get Borderlands 2 on?
360.
Oh, damn it.
That's what I said. I picked it up brand new on the 360 for like $5.
Should have got it on Steam.
Like I said, my computer can't run that kind of game. And I want a physical copy too, so.
You could have played with me.
I don't want to.
His computer can't run it.
360.
Mine can't either, but I've turned all my shit down on low.
I still kind of doubt my computer. I mean, my computer's not bad, but I just don't think it can handle that.
Yeah. But before I start, I don't think Shovel Knight is going to Xbox or PS3, because I'm on the website and all they show is 3DS, Wii U, Steam, Linux, Mac, Windows.
Okay, well, okay, maybe I'm wrong then. I'm getting it for the 3DS, so.
Yeah.
Way to call me out on the show.
I'm just no, people
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's fine. I like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, that's cool though. 3DS, I'm getting it though.
Yeah. So I also started playing Borderlands 2 on Steam, and I picked Zero as my character, the ninja. Yeah. So I've just played a little bit, not much, but I'm liking it. I did play a little bit of the first one, but like I told everyone, like all my friends, to buy it so we could, all play together, and like no one bought it. And I was like, you guys are assholes. So I had no one to play with. So, yeah. Also been playing a lot of this. Minecraft. Yes.
Oh God, craft those things and place those blocks.
Yes. I don't know what it is. When I get into that, I'm addicted to it. Just like making shit.
Yeah. What have you made? Anything cool?
Well, I stole a house.
That's not making anything.
It's an asshole move.
Well, the player's not playing anymore, so I stole it, and then I the house had like no flooring. It was just grass, so I was like, yeah, no. I made like a stone flooring type thing, and did an upstairs 2-story. So yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I was playing Minecraft and I lost my house. I had this nice grassy floor.
Yeah. What an asshole! You just grief Cliva.
No. How do you steal a house in Minecraft?
Yeah, did you just go on a random server or something?
No.
Like, did you just pick it up and carry it away?
It was my friend's, but she don't play anymore, so I just use it now.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. As long as you clean up after yourself.
Yeah, what if she comes back? Like, there's no actual claim to the house.
Yeah, there's
she
no
comes
claim.
back and is like, "Where's my grassy floor?" This is bullshit.
Well, it's mine now.
So
She
like,
didn't even have a bed in it. So,
Well, my question is, like, what stops somebody else from going into the same server and going into that house and changing something?
well, it's kind of no. Well,
I've never played Minecraft, so this is like a legitimate question. So
I'm
I'm not making fun or anything.
I'm not playing on like I have, or my friend has a server, and it's protected or whatever. So no one else, unless me or any of my friends who do play, can get into that server.
Okay, so she has a dedicated server that only you and your friends can get into?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. And after that, I don't know what I played. Oh, I played some. No, I didn't.
It just changed your mind on that one.
Yeah, because that was last week. I was playing the Xbox.
If you were playing it last week, that kind of counts.
Yeah, this is a bi-weekly podcast, my friend.
Whatever you played in the last 2 weeks.
No, I mean, last 2 weeks. I've already said.
No, okay.
But I started watching Hellsing Ultimate Volume 5.
It's not a game.
I know.
You're not posting enough games on Instagram, Techno. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Your Facebook says you played Shenmue.
No, that was last time.
Yeah, that was last time.
I'm trying to have a conversation. Shut up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't see enough games on Instagram, Techno. It's disappointing.
Yeah. Because I'm shooting my face.
You're shooting your face? What
Oh,
the hell does that mean?
Not a good thing.
Yeah, I would hope not.
Well, taking pictures.
Yeah,
Selfies.
selfies are good and all, but I want to see some games in there too.
Damn it.
I don't understand selfies.
He's like,
Yeah.
hey, takes a picture of himself.
Hey.
He says it exactly like that every time he takes a selfie. Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
So, that's it? Minecraft? That's all you played?
And selfies.
Minecraft and
Borderlands
2 and
Borderlands.
Selfies.
I'm forgetting all my other Steam games. Shank 2. That's a good one. Played a little bit of Castle Crashers. Love me that game. Love it. And what else? Oh, some Gary's Mod. Oh yeah.
What is that?
Oh, well, when it first started, it was pretty much kind of like Minecraft, except you can't, you can build stuff, and you can use, you can import, different characters, I don't know, Goku or something. You can put them in that game or whatever. And you can just do stupid shit. But they added, game modes in it to where there's this one game mode called Prop Hunt, where it's Counter-Strike, but there's, the hunters and the props, where if you're on the props team, you have to find a prop in the level, like a computer or a desk or, something, and you try to hide, and the hunters are hunting the props, trying to find, where everyone's at, and, you can run with the table, and you just try to hide. It's pretty funny. And they also have a Slenderman game where one person is Slenderman and the other one and you're trying to chase and kill all the other people. You know, it's kind of cool. So yeah.
Cool.
No.
Sounds good. Sounds like we all been busy though. I feel like we haven't played as many games as we normally do.
No.
Busy times. Good stuff though. So I guess that just about does it for this episode. Episode 86. Oh man.
Yep.
Man.
So, we want to again thanks for all people who asked this question seriously.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yep.
It's our favorite segment of the podcast.
Yep.
It's true. So, but yeah, that's about it, guys, right? So, we'll wrap it up. So everyone say goodbye.
Bye guys. Thanks for
Bye,
listening
guys.
again.
Bye.
See you next time. Take it easy.
Techno, you always say your bye so sexy. I like it.
Bye.
Bye.